Rather than trying to get people to join the ICAF has just demonstrated how the arts can be applied to achieve important social objectives. They help teachers encourage children's creativity, they instill empathy and understanding through sporting events, and they inspire creative global leadership through conferences, workshops, and events right on the White House lawn. When asked to write poems about peace and love, these first grade children wrote engaging poems without coaxing or coaching.
Poetry is just wonderful. With your words, you could say anything. Anything.
I am a child who will be a leader one day. Even now, I have much to say.
We first focused on peace and love and joy.
Love and peace. When I get mad, I keep quiet for a little bit. It makes me calm. Love and peace. When I go to sleep, I pray for love and peace. A way of justice. Justice is freedom. It's peaceful. It's very nice to have justice. Justice makes you feel so good. It's like a place with nobody there. It's just you. Justice is so good, it makes everyone feel so good.
And it was Martin Luther King Jr. time, and then there were different things that have to do with nonviolence. And then as each special day came for us, like
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, we went back to love.
Caring. I am a caring child. My mom loves me to the moon and back. I care for other people that are homeless. When you care for someone, you are being nice.
Did a special one for the town of Pueblo, and it was Puebla, and that's how they are all the time. You're saying things, and they will say an adjective that goes with it that fits better. And we just had a wonderful time with that because it fit in with peace and love.
Finding peace in the world. I wish no one was fighting. People could have fun. People could live in peace. People could be safe. People could help other people.
When I kept saying, okay, let's stop, let's do something else. No, they weren't finished. They were working on a poem. Well, how many poems do you have? And somebody would say 7. Somebody would say 9. Someone would say 11. Okay? And so they just grew and grew and grew. So I would say an average of 6 poems each for 24 children.
There is a difference in the opinion of whether children need to be supervised, coaxed, nurtured into developing their creativity, or whether this is something that just occurs naturally and that adults should have their hands off when children are exploring the creative arts.
I'm Wendy Silvers, and I'm a mama on a mission. I am dedicated and compelled to ensure that all mamas are safe on the planet and all that that entails. I adore children. I believe that they are so intelligent and that they have this divine intelligence within them, and they don't really need to be taught anything. It just needs to be cultivated. So I really encourage children to be who they are. And I work with them. I work with children on many levels. Children that are grieving, children that are just living through challenges, teens, tweens, and just knowing that they're wonderful. They don't have to be or do anything. They can just be themselves.
I'm Deborah Thorne, Miss D to thousands of kids, and I'm a conflict resolution specialist, and I help kids learn to use their words and not their hands. What I try to teach children is there's nothing wrong with being angry. Angry is natural, but how you express the anger is what can be the problem. So if we teach children to use creativity, whether it's they're doing pictures or poems or singing songs or rapping or whatever, it gives them a chance to express it in a way that we can accept it as a society. It helps them get it out, get the feelings out without doing damage to other people.
My dream is for everyone to have a good education and get to go and do whatever they want. Ashe.
It is impressive how the concepts of innate creativity and intrinsic empathy are being applied in ordinary non-governmental organizations such as local schools, churches, and community groups.
Spirit Awakening started, it was inspired while I was going through my classes here at Agave, becoming a practitioner. And I was really moved to go and work with youth that are abused and neglected and incarcerated. So it's an arts program that goes into the juvenile halls and probation facilities to work with our youth that are finding themselves incarcerated. What most people don't know is that a lot of these youth that are incarcerated or foster youth have been severely traumatized, whether it's physically or emotionally. And a lot of times they're acting out, they don't go to a Jesse's Place. They are put into prisons and juvenile halls in this country. So we're working very hard to change that, to flip that script. So when a young girl has been raped or abused since the age of 3 years old, and by the time she's 10, she's had enough, and she maybe throws something in a window and she gets caught, rather than giving her time, and then 3 strikes, then putting her away for 25 years to life. Why don't we try loving her, as a response? So I want to introduce you to 2 of the young women that I've had the honor and the privilege to work with, to grow them as they have been growing me. This is Yanni Bridges, and this is Janae Rivers, and
I was taken away from my mom for child abuse and neglect. I spent about 4 years in the system, being abused, being molested, being neglected for food or whatever love, and my family that I love so much. I was taken away from all of that. At 7 years old, I was admitted into a mental hospital for children. My take on it is that you took me out of a place where I felt loved. At 4 years old, you put me into over 8 different houses where I was beat, I was constricted, I was treated badly, and you expect me to behave properly at 7 years old. I didn't get that. I was incarcerated there for 8 months as a 7-year-old, and they guinea pigged me on different medications. I was a zombie. When I got out of there, I was hearing voices. I was drooling. I couldn't speak. I couldn't think for myself.
I think it's very important for children to be able to express themselves through art. It gives them a way to be creative, to really speak authentically, and to get in touch with their self-expression. Art is life, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm Anne Trelevin. I'm the mother of 4. I've done crafts and artistic type projects with the kids here at the church, the kids in the Sunday school classes, the Girl Scouts. I have a background in graphic design. One of the things I notice in Girl Scouts in particular is a lot of the kids are very electronically connected. They play a lot of games, and they tweet each other, and they do whatever else. They bring their phones to the Girl Scout meetings, stuff like that. And when we introduce a creative endeavor, they do tend to be more cooperative. Like all of a sudden the phones are down, the games are done, and they're at a table using random craft periods and they're talking while they're making. And so they become a much more cohesive group and much less individualized when they're working on projects. Even if it's not like 5 people put this together, even if it's just each one of you do a thing, they'll still work together, sit at a table, be that way.
Children involved in activities inspired by the International Child Art Foundation have said things like this: creativity lets me express what I think and feel in different ways.
We are ambassadors of peace.
May peace prevail on earth. Shalom, this means community well-being.